whatever. So
You
Look, Colette has her name up. You have your name up. This is making me crazy.
Oh, Colette figured it out. Oh, hey, guys, we're live. So we are live, and the North Texas Shootout 2015 edition is history. And I personally was hoping for another playoff. I don't know about you guys, but it, like halfway through the day, it really felt like there was going to be another playoff. But real quick, let me introduce who I have on the panel with me today. First of all, we have a newcomer and the first male brave enough to come on to one of these hangouts, and we're very happy to have Joseph Knight.
Thank you.
Who is a relatively new member of our Ladies Dream Golf community. So thank you, Joseph, for joining us.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Sure. And we also have Beth Bethel, who is our longtime friend and a very well-known golf blogger in the golf industry. We're happy to have Beth. And then we have Colette Doucet.
Yeah.
Who has been on several of our hangouts and always adds quite a bit of fun to our hangouts. So thank you, Colette, for joining us last minute.
I'll try to be serious this time.
No, don't be serious. And so before we dive in, I just want to remind everyone who's watching on the Google event page for this hangout that you can post comments or questions. If you're watching on the YouTube event page for this particular event, you can also post your comments. And if you're not on one of those two places, you can just tweet using the hashtag LDG Hangout, and we'll try to get your questions on. Again, this week we have Diane from Ball Couture, who is sponsoring this tournament, and I haven't had a chance to compile all the results, but someone is going to win another box of golf balls. So thank you, Diane, for sponsoring us. So let's dive in and talk about the tournament. Let's see. Let's shake it up a little time, and let's let our newcomer Joseph give us his thoughts on the tournament and what you were expecting and whether you got what you expected, and how did your fantasy golf team do?
It did not do very well, honestly. I picked Dewey, I think, Schriefel, and Casey Grice, who missed out, and I picked Morgan Pressel and Stacy Lewis, who were kind of in between. I personally wanted Lexi Thompson to win, but I think her putting let her down, and I think that cost her today's win.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because, I mean, NB was just simply not going to miss very many putts, and she was in her groove.
I think her swing fits that course, to be honest with you.
NB?
Yes.
Well, they said a couple of the times they mentioned how much she likes that course.
I just think that short, peculiar swing kind of fits those greens as far as getting it up there close.
Okay. What about you, Beth? What are your thoughts?
Well, we need to talk about Lydia Ko, and we need to talk about Brittany
Henderson.
Gosh, thank you very much. Her name went away. Brittany Henderson. I mean, it's absolute. Yeah, I know. It's no surprise Envy won. No surprise. Envy, you can depend on Envy to play the game she played. I would have been surprised if she hadn't won. I mean, what Envy does and the way Envy plays just simply doesn't surprise me because she's so good. I was, really kind of. I've been watching Lexi all year and thinking that she needed to wake up and drink one of her Red Bulls, and she did. I mean, she's going. So today was good. The last two rounds were good for Lexi. She's coming alive, and she needs to. We need for her to, so that we don't get stomped again at the Solheim Cup. And so Lexi's okay. What happened to Lydia Ko? What happened to Brooke Henderson? Those are the questions that I want to think about.
Well, with Brooke Henderson, don't you think that, I mean, you heard about her week. You could, if you were watching the commentary, you heard about what a kind of crazy week she had. I think she ran out of gas.
She might have, yeah.
I don't
buy that.
I think all the attention might be getting to her.
Maybe, but I mean,
I think
traveling's
she's
hard,
standard.
Beth. She got on a flight. Hey, I was on a delayed flight this week, and I know how much that can take out of you. She was on a flight that didn't land in Dallas until like 4 o'clock in the morning, and then she had to get up and play without ever seeing that course before. Even I know she's only 17, but my goodness.
No, Kelly, look what she did with that. Look at her first and second round performances. Come on. If today had been Thursday, then your argument would have merit. But Thursday was Thursday, and Friday was Friday. What happened to her over the weekend? This is the second time in a row that she's fallen apart when it looked like she could take the win.
And you don't think that's just inexperience and youth? And
I think that's exactly what it is.
Okay. Okay. Well, then we're on the same page, Beth. I think.
Yeah.
So, Colette, what are your thoughts?
Well, naturally, Imbi with her new putter, I think if it's up, then I think Lydia might be in for her money for the first place in the Rolex ranking. You never know. You never know. I was mostly surprised by some of the veterans, Kerr, McBride, Stanford, Inkster, and Webb, all in the top 7. I mean, it's good for us. I mean, younger, good, but some of the veterans also can play, so it's nice to see.
Yeah, but those women, Colette, those women all went out and had dinner with George and Laura.
Oh,
they were all fired up.
That's the reason?
But you know what? I think that's a really good point, Colette. I was actually really happy to see at one point in the top 10 we had Julie Inkster, we had Christy Kerr, Kari Webb. Who else? It seemed like there was one. What's that? Angela
Stanford.
Yeah, so it's kind of, don't you think it's kind of nice to see some of the veterans, I don't want to say older players, but some of the, some of the not spring chickens actually.
The experienced players.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I think that's a great point, Colette. And so Angela Stanford and Jarena Pillar are good friends, and they both live in the Fort Worth area. And I was glad to see both of them have a really good outing. I was hoping for a little bit better from Jarena because she kind of had the same problem as Brooke, where she put a couple of really good rounds together and then kind of lost it there at the end.
You know, Kelly, I'm pretty sure that this year she might win one. I have a feeling she might. Yeah.
Well, I hope so, because I keep on thinking that, because I know she has the talent, and I know she has the attitude, and it's just a matter of it coming together,
Do you think she folds late in tournaments?
She does. She
was winning to begin.
She doesn't have the Sunday game that I've seen so far, except for maybe there was one tournament last year. So let me bring up a comment from Christina, who is another one of our longtime fantasy golfers. Christina, I think Lexi's putter will get better when she starts putting without her glove. That's an interesting point. Henderson will soon be a star on the LPGA tour. She just needs a bit more experience.
Yeah.
So what about Lexi putting with her glove? Is she going to stop? Is there any word that she's going to try to putt without her glove? Has anybody heard anything?
I haven't heard anything. No, I don't think so.
Because I think she's
I honestly think it makes no difference, to be honest.
I don't think so either. I personally don't take off my glove to putt. It's just because I'm lazy, honestly. Because I've lost so many gloves by taking off my glove and sticking it in my pocket or sticking it in my bag. So I've kind of stopped. I do the Lexi style putting. What do you think, Beth? Does that make a difference on your putting?
Well, that's really a personal preference. I never putt with my glove on. Never. Ever. I take it off and put it in my pocket. And, Kelly, I have never lost a glove.
You've never lost a glove? Oh, no. My gosh. How could you not lose a glove? Okay, let me ask you this.
I guess I have really deep pockets.
I guess so. Do Beth, have you ever played with two gloves?
In the winter. I hate that.
Just for warmth?
Yeah. And in the rain. Also in the rain.
Okay. Okay.
But not. My son plays with two gloves.
Uh-huh. Okay. But you beat him this week, right?
I beat him all the time.
So did you guys notice that Paula Creamer withdrew from the tournament?
Yeah.
Really?
I did. Does anybody know why?
They say there's no reason.
Yes, I went to her Facebook fan page, and some people were saying it had something to do with her dog, that her dog is sick.
Oh, yeah, her dog is sick. Something is strange with it, yeah.
Studley.
Yeah.
Studley is sick. She withdrew?
That her dog is sick, and that's why she withdrew, that she needed to go see about her dog. So hopefully her dog's okay, but that's
very soon, hopefully.
That's 2 weeks in a row that she's either done poorly or withdrew. So
what do you think?
I thought maybe she was preggy.
Oh, God.
What do all of you think is wrong with her game right now?
She's preoccupied.
I don't know.
I
don't think there's anything wrong with her game. I think she's just distracted.
Because of her marriage and everything else, I think.
Yeah, she's got other things going on. And then I know a lot of players deal with that, but I think she's fine. She'll be back. I have no doubt.
And these maybe in 2 weeks at Kingsmill?
Yeah. So let's shift gears, unless you guys have something else. Does anybody else have anything pressing they want to say about this particular tournament or leading into the next tournament?
I just want to say that my 4 pick are all in the top 20.
Wow, Colette.
Wow.
Hey, you might win. Did you pick NB?
No, I pick Yosu, Kim, Morgan, Brooke, and Elena Sharp. So
Very good. Yeah.
T7, 2 T15, 1 T17. So if I'm in the top 10, I would be happy.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, on the make the cut game, only 2 entries got cut this week for missing the cut. There was 2 entries who forgot to make their picks. So I think we're down to 44 now. And 5 of those are me, which I've said last week I'm not eligible for the prize. So really that's only 39. So it's getting down to the wire. All right, Joseph, you didn't get to play Make the Cut, did you?
Unfortunately not. I came in too late.
You came in the middle, so you'll have to play with us next time.
Yes.
Next year?
Yeah, next year. So unfortunately, as probably most of you have noticed, Alexandra is missing from our Hangout tonight, which I'm very sad, because I think that's the first one she's ever missed.
In these past few months, yes.
Yes, and really this year is the only time that we've done these Hangouts, so they're kind of new. So yes, this is the first one that Alexandra has missed. She is traveling right now from Florida up to South Carolina. In fact, in a tweet this morning, she said, goodbye Florida, see you in October. So she's off on a long road trip, as are many of the Symetra Tour players. They are heading out for their Carolina swing, and next week they're going to be playing in Beth's hometown.
Yep.
Beth, do you want to talk a little bit about that tournament and what's coming up for you this week?
Well, the tournament is it's a really big tournament on the Symetra Tour. It's the biggest purse that the Symetra Tour has. That makes it very attractive. And the tournament organizers here and in North Carolina, there are 2 North Carolina tournaments that follow this one. And those 3 tournaments are hooked together with something called the Carolinas Cup. So this Carolina stop has the potential to generate some income for somebody, and it's also generating a tremendous amount of interest in women's golf locally. I do want to talk about that for a minute, because Um, we've got a area-wide youth clinic that's been organized in conjunction with the Symetra Tour. Kids are being bused from schools to a clinic that's going to be run by local volunteers like me, but staffed by Symetra Tour players. And I think that's fabulous. It's not just one or two of the players running out and giving an afternoon clinic. This is going to go on all day on Tuesday.
That's good.
How exciting is that?
That is
Busloads
wonderful.
And these kids, a lot of them, are going to touch a golf club for the first time, which I think is tremendously exciting. The fact that this event has been able to have that kind of spin-off. This is only its second year, but it's had that kind of spin-off in terms of generating community support and community involvement. So that's very cool.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm going to play in the Pro-Am tomorrow morning. Tee time is 7:30, which I think is pretty obscene. But
so what time is your alarm set for?
Oh, well, I have to get up at 6 or maybe 5:30. But I've wanted for so long to play golf with some pros. I mean, it's just been something I've wanted to do. And I've never had the chance to do it. And so I'm going to have that chance tomorrow. And I'm really excited about it, but I'm also rather anxious about it because, I have a little old lady golf game, which is competitive if I play with little old ladies. But I'm not going to be playing with little ladies tomorrow. I'm a high handicapper little old lady golfer. So I'm really, it's a bucket list thing. And yet, like all bucket list things, you get up on it and you think, well, gosh, maybe this could really be embarrassing. So I'll report next week on.
Well, Beth, I for one, I am very proud of you for doing that because I know that is like going way beyond your comfort zone, and I am very impressed that you're doing that. Do you know who you're going to be playing with?
I don't.
Because Alex did tell me that she has a 7:30 tee time too. So,
well,
so maybe
Alex, it's possible, Alex, because Alex and I talked after the Hangout last week, and she said that she would request being paired with me from her end. I can't make that request. I've got to take what I get. But the sign-up process for the tour players involves a little bit more negotiation. So it may be that Alex will be my playing partner, and then I won't be so anxious.
Yeah, she's fun. She's fun to play with. So I want to mention that that we are running a fantasy golf pick 4 tournament for that tournament, and to my knowledge, that's the first time a fantasy golf tournament has ever been run for a Symetra Tour event. It's definitely the first time that Ladies Dream Golf has run a tournament for the Symetra Tour. So I'm excited about that. I'm probably going to be up late tonight I have to do a few code changes to the website to get that to work. But the winner this week is going to get both Alex and Brittany Benvenuto have been kind enough to take one of these Ladies Dream Golf caps. This one's already signed by Alexandra. But they are going to take them and get them signed by some of the more well-known Symetra Tour players.
Oh, cool!
And so the winner will actually get a Ladies Dream Golf cap signed by the Symetra Tour players.
That's cool. That's
very, very cool.
So any help I can get from the three of you or anybody who's listening to get the word out, that we're going to be doing this. No matter how many people participate, I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be a blast. I think some people are going to maybe be a little like, well, I don't know who these players are. I don't know who to pick, But I hope we get some participation, and I'm pretty excited about it.
I would like to.
Go ahead, Joseph.
No, I was going to say I would like to know how this course sets up and what type of game is needed to succeed on this course with bunkers, water, and everything all around it.
Hey Beth, can you speak to that?
Yeah, well, I can tell you that it's for me, it's a very challenging course. The terrain is quite varied. There is a fair amount of water. There's a fair amount of sand. There's a lot of uneven terrain. And accuracy is going to be more important than anything. The course, I play targeted golf, and generally I can shoot in the 90s, which is where I shoot, typically.
That's pretty good.
So generally I can stay in the mid-90s on the thing, even with a couple of really hard holes where I can pretty much guarantee a double or a triple, you know. But they're parable holes. All the par threes are parable for me and birdieable for somebody who can hit the ball straight off the tee.
Is weather going to play any sort of factor this coming week?
Weather's going to be fabulous. It's going to be sunshine and in the 80s.
Any wind?
No wind. Nah. No wind.
Are the fairways wide or narrow?
In between.
I'm sorry, what?
Fairways.
Fairways, are they wide or narrow?
Oh, fairways, narrow. You got to play targeted. Even the wide ones have bunkers in the middle of them.
Okay.
So Alex is kind of a power player. She hits far. I know she's been struggling a little bit with her driver, and I think she might be playing with a new shaft for this tournament. Yeah. So, gosh, it's hard to say. Another player that we've had on our Hangout is Brittany Benvenuto, who's a left-handed golfer. And she has not missed a cut yet the whole Symetra season. She's played in every single event. She hasn't missed a cut. She seems to be extremely controlled and consistent. So I have to say she won't be a bad pick if anybody is trying to figure out who to pick.
Do you think with Brittany being left-handed that might be an advantage, maybe a la Bubba Watson?
I don't know. We asked her that question. We asked her whether she thought being left-handed is an advantage or disadvantage, and she pretty much said some holes set up for lefties and some holes set up for righties, and a lot of the Symetra Tour players can work the ball both ways, and so I'm not sure.
I just look at some courses, some setups, and sometimes your positioning, I think, sometimes might be better being left-handed on certain courses, in my opinion.
So I'm not sure about that one. So, Colette, are you a lefty?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
I play lefty. I'm a right-handed person, but I play lefty. Yeah.
And that's the same with Brittany. She's a righty playing lefty.
Yeah.
So, and Beth, Alex did say that Brittany has an early tee time too. So if you get to play with Brittany, you will enjoy that too. She is really a cool cat. I really like her a lot.
Yeah, I liked her when she was on the Hangout.
So just don't forget that even though the LPGA is taking a week off next week, we're all still in action, all right? And you guys will help me get the word out, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I think that's all I had this week. I wish Alex and Brittany and Jenny Jink, those are my favorites because those are the ones that have taken time to come join us on these Hangouts, and I wish them the best of luck. It's going to be a great tournament.
Very interesting and fun.
Yeah, and then we're going to have Beth, kind of our inside information person, who's going to be there. And Beth, we expect lots of updates and lots of tweets and
help with our fantasy picks.
Help
with your fantasy picks.
Yeah, when you go out and play in the Pro-Am tomorrow, you do a little scouting for us,
Okay, I will. I'll tell you, it looks good. 7:30 in the morning, none of us are going to look that good.
You better get yourself to bed early tonight, Beth, and get a good night's
sleep.
Drink
plenty of coffee. Drink plenty of coffee.
Not too much.
So we'll be looking forward to some updates tomorrow. Beth, we'll be looking for some updates tomorrow for how your day went, and I'm sure you're going to have a blast no matter what. And
I will tweet. If I don't tweet, you'll know I didn't survive. How's that?
Oh,
no
Beth.
tweets, I'm dead.
Okay, well we better be seeing some tweets for sure. So Joseph, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
And Colette, last minute joinee, you are always so much fun to have. And
Okay.
Beth, I can't wait to hear about your day tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll all be waiting for that, Beth.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well, happy Sunday to all of you, and have a great week, and we'll see you soon.
Take
See you
care.
around. Bye.
Thanks, Kelly.
See you soon.
Bye, Colette. Bye, Joseph.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Beth. Bye, Joseph.